with that. Because when I meet our parents during briefing, when I, give salam, good morning, everybody, oh, assalamualaikum, salam. Okay, understand. Anxiety, yeah? Okay, very good morning to all parents. Thank you very much for being here very early in the morning. We will love to see the kind of support that all of you are giving to your daughters. And in fact, welcome to Madrasah Al-Ma'arif. This briefing is going to be a bit very short, just to explain to you the flow of today's program, so that you will know what's going to happen and so on and so forth. You may have received in the folder two things. Number one is the flow chart, right? You will receive the flow chart of the program as well as a letter telling you what will happen after this. Whether you are successful or unsuccessful, and what are the process that you can actually go through, appeal and so on and so forth, registration and so on. Okay. Like we said just now, this year, Alhamdulillah, all of you have decided to choose Madrasah Al-Ma'arif for your daughters. We have about 66 places only, and this year we have an overwhelming 162 applicants, all of them. So while we are very happy and very, very touched by your tremendous support, we also feel a bit sad, because after today, I will be disappointing a number of you, meaning that there will be 100 parents, 100 children going away feeling sad because we are not able to accommodate. But again, like I said, we only have places for 2 classes. Unless anyone wants to, sponsor us, we build another building. Alhamdulillah, doa, alhamdulillah, ameen, Yeah, inshallah. So for today, this is, let me just explain a little bit why this P1 entrance test. Maybe some of you already know what it is all about, but some may be wondering, why do we need to have the entrance test? Like I said, because of the space constraint of 66 places for primary 1 next year, and we have 162 applicants, which is almost 3 times the number of places that we have. Therefore, this entrance test is actually necessary for 2 things. One is to look at the aptitude of the child and also the readiness of the child for a madrasah education. Don't worry so much about the test, parents. Later I will explain to you what will be covered. I think some of you already know, because I see some familiar faces. You are our current parents, and some of you, I think you may have already gone through some sample papers, being Singaporeans, right? Yeah, so we go through sample papers with our child and, train them up. But at the same time, we also would like to see how ready they are for madrasah education, because as all of us know, it is very different from what is offered at national school. We have Arabic, we have RRK. In fact, for primary 1, we have 8 subjects that they have to learn, including Quran, Arabic, IRK, ISS, and of course you have your English, Malay, and Maths. So it is very important, therefore, for us to see their level of literacy as well as numeracy. Now, we also understand the child has just entered kindergarten for K2 for only 4 months. So don't worry, because for those successful applicants, in July, we will have a preparatory class, and that will last for about 9 sessions. We also have classes for parents. We also offer classes for parents concurrent with the prep class, and that will be Arabic classes. So we have started it last year, and alhamdulillah, the response has been very good. Okay, so for parents, you will also be going through a short, I think that's why parents all look very nervous, very anxious. Not for your daughter, I think for yourself also, isn't it? Yes, okay. Because we are going to have an interview with you. The interview will last at most about 15 minutes. Some parents actually last year asked me, what do you ask during the interview? I said, we asked whether you memorized Surah Yasin. Or maybe Surah Al-Mulk, and the fathers all look very nervous, and I said, no, we don't ask things like that, But we just want to know, because in Ma'arif, we value our parents. We see our parents as our partners. So we want to see whether you are going to be our close partners, and whether, because no matter what, in madrasah education, we feel that parents are very important. For the child to succeed in madrasah, parents have to be, number 1, very supportive. Number 2, very involved. And number 3, having a very close partnership with us, the school. So the interview actually will help us to see whether we are on the same page. Or if not on the same page, at least in the same book. You know, and so that is the purpose of the interview for parents, to find out more about your expectations and whether our expectations match and so on. Okay, so this is what we are actually looking at. And your child today will be tested on 4 areas. Maths, English, Malay, and Arabic language. Like I said, literacy as well as numeracy. So what will be tested for English, Malay, and Arabic? They will be tested on 2 things, written as well as oral. For written, basically whether they are able to identify the letters of the alphabet in order, okay, and whether they are able to read phonics. For English, let's talk about English first. Basic sight words, and they are able to write, basically that. For the oral aspect, the same thing. If they are able to pronounce the words, so phonics as well as basic sight words are very important. Things that they have covered in kindergarten. For Malay, of course, we will have suku kata, bu, ku, ba, cha, you know, all those things. And they will have a little bit of comprehension, simple comprehension, for them to be able to read. We want to see whether they understand what they read, rather than just reading. Don't worry, the comprehension is just tick, 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 no need to write. No, they don't have to write very long sentences, no, just to see whether they understand what is being asked. Now for maths, of course, we are looking at whether they are able to arrange numbers more than, less than, write down numbers in words, write down the numbers in numerals, do the counting, able to do number bonds, and that's it. Okay, easy, right? Easy, isn't it? Okay, parents say, easy for us, I don't know whether my child can, but it's alright, because it is, again, like I said, what they are, some of them already covered in kindergarten. For Arabic, of course, letters of the Hijaiyah letters, and then whether they are able to identify simple things like whether they know a book, what is it called, you know, in Arabic. You all know what is book called in Arabic, right, parents? Senang aja, kitabun, whether mother, they know. So that kind of thing, pictures, and then of course matching, and then of course a little bit of writing, okay, that we want to see. And oral for Arabic also is the same thing. Whether they're able to pronounce, read, you know, all the different baris, atas, baris, bawah, yeah? So I must check with my Arabic teachers, correct? Arabic teacher, Ustazah Zalifa, yes. Okay, so very simple. So not to worry. Now, how do we actually select? We select based on how they perform, okay, for each of these subjects as well as overall performance. Now we also have a benchmark for the students. We set a certain benchmark upon which this benchmark we will set. Now last year, our benchmark, some parents are telling me, is quite high, but don't underestimate your child, okay? Because based on our experience last year, when we raised our benchmark, a lot of parents is like, wow. The teachers will say, wow, high. But you know what? More than 50% of our current P1 students actually not just reach the benchmark, they went beyond, over and beyond. And when we actually tell the parents, then they were like, are you sure that's my daughter? You know my daughter can do like that? Yeah, so let's have faith that they are able to do well for their test. Now this is what we are doing now. Okay, after this, what we will do is, all of you have actually been given serial number, and you need to know that serial number very well. So we have like A101, B202, you have that, right? So you need to know that, because after this, we will be assisting you. You will be proceeding to the waiting room. So our student assistants are here. They will bring you to the waiting room, and you can sit there and relax while waiting for your turn to be interviewed, okay? Now from 9:30 to 12:30 is when the interview session will take place. You will be waiting in the holding room or the waiting room for your turn to be interviewed. Now this time around, due to the large number of parents, we have 2 different shifts, 2 different groups. So when you go into the holding room, our student assistants will explain to you which shift you will be in, because we do not want you to wait for very long. For example, if you are A212, that means your turn will be somewhere around 12 plus. Okay, so if you are in shift 2, you will only know when you are in the waiting room. If you are in shift 2, then good. You can go and have your date with your wife first. And then you come back by 11. Okay, so this is the flow. Our our student usher, student assistants will invite you to your interview room when your turn is up. So while waiting in the waiting room, we have video playing, Sharahan, you can just watch. We also have some light refreshment, water, biscuits, in case you would like to drink first and all. And then we have an interview session for parents. So you will be in different groups at different levels. Some of you will be at level 6, some of you will be at level 7, right? Now, once your interview is over, you may choose to proceed to the waiting room and wait for your child, or you may decide to go out first, go down to the canteen, and then if you go out, be back by 12:30 to fetch your daughters. Some parents, happily dating and then after that forget to come back, yeah? Okay, so we will call you to fetch your daughters, yeah? Right, so we will make an announcement once the test is up. Usually the test will be by 12:30, the oral and written test will be over. And the oral and written test currently is happening concurrently. So if your child is in group A, B, C, how many of you, your child is in group A, B, C? Okay. Now, if your child is in group A, B, C, they are currently having the written test at level 4, right? Those in D, E, F, they will be having their oral test right now, okay? I will tell you which level, I think you all want to see it. Okay, so they are having oral and written concurrently. Then we will have a short 15 minutes break where we will actually have prepared some light refreshment for your daughters. Okay, biscuits, buns and all that, some drinks. And then they will swap. So from about 11 to 12:30, some of them, now the DEF we now have written and the ABC will have oral. So all in all, by 12:30, we hope to finish the written test. So we'll make an announcement and you will proceed to level 1 again to pick your daughter up. They will be seated according to the groups that you have seen just now. Okay? And, okay, not level 2, level 1 because of the wet condition just now. Okay, this is what's going to happen. In shift 1, it is from 9:30 to 11 a.m. So you will only know which shift you'll be in when you are in the holding room. And those in shift 1, you will be having your interview first. Actually, it's better to get it over and done with, right? Yeah, so if you are A101, B101, C101, you'll be the first. Okay, so we actually we will be according to the serial number that we have given you, so that's why the serial number is very, very important. Okay, now before the interview for shift 1, we please wait for your turn in the room, the waiting room, and the student assistants will let you know when your interview turn is up. Now after the interview, those in shift 1, if you feel that you would like to just wait in school, you may proceed to the waiting room, or like I said just now, you may go out first, or you may want to go to the canteen, have some meal and all that, because over already, so now can eat. I know some of you have not had your breakfast, right? Puasa today, yeah, so nervous. Okay, so you come out and then be back by 12:30 to fetch your daughters. For parents who are in shift 2, your shift will be 11 a.m. to 12:30. So we wouldn't want you to wait for such a long time, okay? So what you can do is, before the interview, you may go for a break, you may go outside, you may just go to the canteen. The canteen is open today. And then please be back in the room by 11 a.m. So if let's say you come slightly later and your turn is up, we will call the number after you first. So I hope that parents be calm, stay patient. If you come in and you find that another person has been called because you just be late a bit only, don't get angry lah. We also testing you, Oh, this parent always angry. Okay, just kidding, Okay, so just be back by 11. That will help us a lot because the student assistants will just call the number accordingly, right? And then after the interview, you can proceed to the waiting room to wait for our announcement to be made, and then after that you can just fetch your daughters. Okay, that is the flow for today. You want to know what's the interview questions? Yes? Okay. Wait for it later. Right. Do you have any other questions for us? Anything that you would like to clarify about today's entrance test? Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, yes. Okay. That's why the interview actually for the parents is very important for us. For us to actually be able to see the we would not want, but like I said, we would not want any mismatch of expectations. Let's say this is what we are doing and this is what parents expect. Because at the end of the day, like I said, parent support is very important. So what we have learned from experience too is that if parents, there's a mismatch in expectation, the one that is going to suffer will be the child, and we wouldn't want that for the child. So we, like I said, we would like all of us to be, on the same page. So parents' interview is very important for us. What is the weightage? We can't really share, whether it's 50-50 or 70-30 or 60-40, but definitely there is a certain weightage for the parents' interview. Okay, results oriented, so very good. He wants to know how much I should say, how much I should keep. Okay, yes. Any other questions you would want to ask regarding the process after this or anything else you'd like to clarify? Others already with Surah Yasin, eh? Inside, eh? Okay, yes.
Are the results by mail?
We will email to you. So we really hope that you do check your email. I think if you look at, can I just refer you to your letter in yellow? Okay. Perhaps, okay, parents at level 1, can you please also, you don't have the letter in yellow. It's all with you, is it? Okay, so parents at level 1, I think you will have to ask your spouse later. But the letter in yellow, actually, we have stated there that all results, everything, correspondence will be by email. Right, by email. We will also remind you. And if you look at it, the result will be out in the second week of May, which is between 7 to 11 of May. All right, so during that period, perhaps you can just check your email to see whether the result is out. Of course, there is some due process of appeal. We can still appeal, provided we have, space. Sometimes what happens is, we fill out all the 66 places, and let's say there is someone who, at the last moment, who have been accepted, decided to withdraw. Okay, then we will be able to accommodate another one person. Otherwise, we will always fill up all the 66 places, right? And then we also stated there for unsuccessful applicants, you can appeal. But if after appeal also you are not successful, you can appeal back to Ma'arif or the other madrasas. But upon that appeal, you are still unsuccessful, then you will have, under the Compulsory Education Act, you would have to register your child at MOE school, which I think registration will start somewhere in July, if I'm not mistaken. All right? Okay. So, good. Any other? Yes, you have a question? Or same question? Yeah. Any others? Yes, sir.
During your interview,
Yes.
would you like to give us kind of insight of your area of concern? What are the questions?
Area of concern is the one that you're going to interview. So what kind of like questions?
What are the areas that you are?
Oh, okay. Okay, this one is called spotting. Very Singaporean. Spotting the question. Okay, what is our area? What we are looking for? Most of the time, we actually would want to know, of course, things like your expectations for your child. If your child enters a madrasah application, what is your expectation? Because what you may expect may be different from what we are offering. Because although we have all the 4 madrasas open to primary level, our focus are very different. Ma'arif, we are holistic in nature. Okay, holistic meaning for us, academic studies as well as Islamic studies both are equally important. So it's actually 50%, 50%. So, okay, I gave you already answer for that. So you all, I know you know. So we are looking for expectations. We also would like to find out your expectations in terms of why you are here and how can we be partners in a way. All right. Well, if your child is of course accepted, in what way can we be partners? Okay, I can just give that. More than that, I know he's preparing the answer. Okay, later on I will write answers. But more or less, we want to get to know you also as a parent and see whether we can work together or not in the future. Yeah, because it's very, very important for us. Yeah, good question there. I think everybody's taking down notes. What kind of questions could come out? Any other last minute question? If not, then we will invite you to go to the waiting room. We will start with the first one, A101. A101 to A302. So as long as your serial number is A101, Afika, can you, yeah. So you will follow Afika, she will bring you to the rooms. And like I said, for shift 2, if you are in shift 2, you may have your breakfast outside or downstairs, you know, and then come back at 11. Because it's going to be a long week otherwise, yeah? Yeah, A101 to A112, I think, and then A201. So everybody who's A, as long as yours is A, you follow Afika, she'll bring you. It's at level 6, 0603. Huh? 0603, yeah? Group A. Level 6, yeah? Okay. Okay, parents who are at level 1, can you also proceed to the rooms that have been allocated for you? Thank you. Your spouses. Yeah. So the rest of the parents, you can just relax, enjoy the aircon first. We will release you soon because we do not want to be a bit crammed outside. Okay, B, group B, B101. Okay, group B, B101 to B303. Group B, B101 to B303. Please follow the lady, okay, our student assistant. So yours will be at level 6. You'll go to level 60604. 0604. C, group C, C101 to C304. your waiting room is at 0605. Okay, 0605. So it's at level 6 also. Okay, parents, we appeal for you to go to the waiting room first. You find out which shift you are in, and then if you are in shift 2, you can go off first if you want to take your own, breakfast, whatever. Then shift 1 will remain. But you need to go to the waiting room first to find out, right? Because you wouldn't know which shift you'll be in, yeah? Okay, Group D, D101 to D304, you will be at level 7. 0703, room 0703. Alright, Group E. E101 to E305, you will be at level 7, 0704. 0704. You all are the lucky ones. You stay in the aircon room for a longer time.
Yes.